Hey y'all, it's Miss A. Good morning or afternoon, whatever. Don't know when you're watching the video. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at ratios again, but now we're going to have to determine which representation represents the ratio that they're asking of us. So y'all going to be practicing this in a Google form today. Y'all going to be completing some practice problems. Please don't hesitate at the end while y'all working on that. If y'all want to get on Zoom with me and have me, kind of work through them with me, check your answers as you go. That is something that you can do, especially if you're kind of hesitant, not quite sure if you're doing it correctly. Hopefully it's pretty easy. We've been doing this in regular math class as well. I'm just kind of in math lab trying to just reinforce it, making sure y'all don't have any questions over it. All right, so let's get started. First of all, our remote kids, the kids are at home. If you do have printer access, I do have a copy of this available for you in Canvas. If you would like to print a copy so you could actually write on it yourself. If not, just make sure you take good notes or as good as you can. You don't have to draw the shapes exactly, but just make sure you pay attention and ask me questions on Zoom if you have any. So let's get started. So the first one says, which model shows a ratio of 3 triangles to 2 hexagons? So it starts off pretty simple. It tells me exactly what this ratio is representing. So we have 3 triangles first and 2 triangles second. Now that doesn't mean they have to be in that order in the visual. We just need to make sure that there are 3 triangles and 2 hexagons. So 3 triangles, here there's only 2, here there's 3. Okay, so we know this one's not right. 3 triangles and then 2 hexagons, that is correct. So the correct answer is B. So like I said, that was pretty simple. It gave you what the numbers were referring to with the labels immediately after it. All right, on the next one, it says, which model shows a ratio of squares to hexagons of 5 to 1? So this one's a little bit trickier because you notice up here, like I said, our numbers have the unit with it, like what it's referring to, but over here, these numbers don't. So we need to pay attention and make sure we're knowing the correct number that represents, or the correct image that represents 5 and the correct one that represents 1. Because if you look closely, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1. Okay, so we have to read it carefully. So this one says, which model shows a ratio of squares to hexagons? So I need squares first, and then hexagons. And again, that doesn't mean first in the visual, it just means the first number. And then my first number was 5, 2, 1. So 5 represents squares. So I need 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And there should be 1 hexagon, which was what we have. So the correct answer is A. Again, you have to pay attention to the way they ask it or the way they phrase it. Whatever word goes first goes with that first number. Whatever word is second goes with that second number. That's why I like writing it out and then putting the numbers beneath it so I can just match it up. All right, the third one, which model shows a ratio of triangles to squares? So triangles to squares. You could just write the shape here instead of writing the word out. That's fine. Triangles is first, squares is second. The ratio is 3 to 4. So the first number 3 goes with triangles. So I should have 3 triangles. There's 4 triangles, 3. So far we're good here. And then 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is correct. So the correct answer is B. Again, if you're not careful, both of these have a relation. Like if you just do this in order, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you might pick A. But when you write it out, you see that 3 has to represent triangles, not 3 squares. All right, the next one, number 4, which model shows a ratio of circles to shapes? So circles to shapes. And I like to write it with the colon instead of the word to. That's just me. Circles to shapes. Circles was first, shapes was second. And then our ratio is 3 to 4. So 3 has to represent circles. There's 2 circles and 3 circles. Okay, so this one should be the correct answer. And then 4 represents shapes. This is where people get tripped up, is like they might pick the one that had 4 of the, like this one didn't have it. So let's say, for instance, if I had this, they might pick, and this one had another circle, sorry, 3 circles and then 4 squares. They might see 3 circles and pick A, and then they see 4 of the other shape. But shapes meant all the shapes together. So this would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This one does have 1, 2, 3, 4 total shapes. So the ratio of circles, 3, to shapes, which was 4, the correct answer is B. I should have done an example like that. My bad. All right, and then the last one, this one says which shows the, if I can read, which model shows a ratio of shapes to hexagons. So shapes to hexagon, again, shapes is everything. Shapes to hexagons, and that ratio is 5 to 2. So total shapes needs to be 5, hexagons need to be 2. So total shapes is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's good. Hexagons is 2, good. Let me make sure this one's not correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total shapes, 2 hexagons. No, there's 3 hexagons. So this one is incorrect. Correct answer is A. It doesn't hurt to check all your answers, guys, because you might be in a rush and say that the A is correct, and then you do B and you say it's correct too, because you're not really paying attention. So make sure you check all of them just in case. And please take the extra couple seconds it takes to write down the word ratio first, the way that they list it, and then match up the numbers so you can match up with the pictures. If y'all have any questions over this or a little bit confused, please don't hesitate to contact me on Zoom. I'm available. I'll keep it open for the most part, pretty much almost all day. So y'all can hop on anytime, during school hours, of course. But I am here to help if y'all are confused. And like I said, you're doing a Google form today. So if you want to hop on Zoom while you're doing that assignment, and you can say, hey, miss, on the first one, did I get it correct? I got this. Or second one, I got this. Is that correct? I don't mind helping you through that. Okay. So y'all get started. The Google form is available for you in Canvas. Y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, guys.